Binks. Excuse me. Hello everybody, and welcome back downstairs. I am so happy to see you here again. I hope you all are having an amazing day so far, and you've had a good 2 weeks since the last time I saw you here. I did not get to upload an episode of this podcast last week because I was out of town for a wedding, and I did not get an episode recorded before I went out of town. Excuse Binks, he just got down here and he's very excited. I think he just woke up from a nap. And I also just made food and he wants it, so he's trying to kiss up a little bit, I think. But, let me turn this light on. I don't know, is that going to be beneficial? I think that's good, yeah. It's a little dark in here sometimes, so I think that light will be helpful. Holy Binks, you are going crazy. So, like I said, it's been 2 weeks, so a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks. Binks. A lot has happened in the last 2 weeks, including the fact that I got a house. I did not buy a house. I'm renting a house, and I just got approved to rent it. My application got approved, and so I will be moving there to the beach in 3 weeks from tomorrow. Today is Friday the 27th. Friday the 27th of June, and I'll be moving in 3 weeks from tomorrow. God, what is your deal, dude? He is going crazy. Oh no, he wants my quesadilla. That's what it is. He keeps going over there and sniffing it. I made this lovely, look at him eyeballing it, this lovely quesadilla. It is pepperoni and ground beef and cheese and like marinara sauce with cheese and herbs on top. So it tastes like the Subway Italian urban cheese bread. So gas, y'all. So gas. What do you know about this Subway Italian urban cheese? That stuff is gas. Absolute crack in bread form. Binks, what is it? Do you have something to say? Do you need to say something? Nothing of importance. No, you cannot have my quesadilla. But yeah, I got a house. I am gonna be moving in 3 weeks because my lease here ends in 3 weeks and 2 days. So I'm moving out here in 3 weeks and 1 day. And I am just absolutely stoked. It is a beautiful house. It's 10 to 12 minutes from the beach, with traffic, maybe 15. And it's just an amazing house. It fits all of my needs, and I truly think it's gonna be great. I'm just so excited to get to the beach. You guys know, I have been talking about this probably since I started this podcast, which was in like January, I think it was literally right at the beginning of this year I started this podcast. So this has been a long time coming, and it's finally like within eyesight. We are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and I am so close to the finish line and getting to the beach, and I just could not be more stoked. One thing I'm very excited for, boy, you finna be staying here and not coming to the beach with me if you don't stop trying to take my quesadilla. You finna get taken to the pound that I got you from here and left, and not going on the beach trip, the indefinite beach trip. But one thing I'm very excited for moving there is my office that I'm gonna have. So you guys know right now I am literally operating out of my bedroom. My desk is in my bedroom, and my bedroom here is teeny tiny. I mean teeny tiny. It's maybe 100 square feet, maybe a little bigger, maybe 120 square feet, if that. it's teeny tiny, and my bed and my dresser and all of my belongings and my ASMR setup and my PC and this and that and everything is all in there, and it is cramped, but I'm small. I'm a small person. I'm short, so it's not too bad. But oh my goodness, I cannot wait to have an office. It's something I've always wanted to have, and I think it's seriously going to change, I think it's going to change the dynamic of my work a lot for me and for you guys. I think I've decided that I want to do a biophilic theme, which, if you don't know, that basically just means bringing the outdoors in. Very greenery based, natural, organic, just green and thriving, like this green wall back here that you can see right there. Right there. That is basically what biophilic is. And I have those panels that I'm going to take. And I have a few more. And I have a bunch of fake plants. I could buy more panels. They're just so expensive. Literally, like, a pack of 12 of those. I bought them forever, like 2 years ago or something. This quesadilla is going to get cold. I bought them like 2 years ago or something. And a pack of 12. I think they're literally just 12 by 12, like 1 foot by 1 foot panels. A pack of 12 of those was like $150 like 2 years ago. So I can't imagine they're any cheaper now. Because, everything has just been getting cheaper and cheaper over the last few years. But I also have always wanted to have my own plants. So I think that would be nice. Now, I don't think there's a big window in there. I think there's one window. Binks is going ham in his litter box right now, by the way, if you can hear it. Also, I got them stainless steel litter boxes, and I got a new kind of litter. It's a probiotic litter. I can't remember the brand name, but it's a probiotic litter. Y'all, the smell is gone. The smell is gone. I also got the Litter Genie pail, and if you've never seen those, they're amazing. I had never heard of them until like 2 weeks ago when I ordered it. They're like magic. You scoop in there, and you can scoop for literally, I have 2 cats, and I'll scoop in there for an entire week, and then you wrap it up and throw it outside. You never smell it. Never smell it, ever. It like traps the smell in there. It is amazing, and I get to scoop my litter boxes every day, but I don't have to use a new plastic bag every day, which I love because I don't like using plastic every day. That is one of the biggest reasons that I wasn't scooping every day. I was scooping every other day, was because I felt like I was wasting so much plastic, which I waste so much plastic all the time anyways, because that's just how society is built now, and that's the world that I live in. Everything is plastic, everything is disposable, everything is, not everything, but so many things are single use, or you can only use it a few times or whatever, and then you throw it out. But I love this. I love that I only have to use 1 bag a week, but I don't have to endure the smell while I'm using it. Anyways, I've gotten way off topic, but yeah, I want to do biophilic in there with like wood textures. I have those wood panels in my room, the ones that are usually in my background for if I'm sitting at my desk, the like dark wood panels. I think those would be great in there with some plants and greenery. I could do another dark wall with like a black wallpaper or something. I don't know. There's all kinds of things I could do. So I think I'm definitely leaning towards that now. Let's see how good this is. I haven't tried it. I've also never made this before. It's so thick. Oh, here come Binks. Oh my goodness, that is delicious. Wow. Wow. It's really good. What I did is I got one of the flour burrito tortillas from Aldi, laid it out flat, and then I put, so I have it in quarters, right? I have the top left quarter, top right quarter, bottom left quarter, bottom right corner, and I snip one of the quarters this way, I'm explaining this really bad. If there's a circle, I'm snipping halfway on one of the sides. Not all the way across, just halfway. And then on the two sides that haven't been snipped, I put pepperoni, and then I put Trader Joe's garlic marinara. So delicious. Trader Joe's garlic marinara. And then I put some Trader Joe's light mixed shredded cheese, so it's low fat. And then what else? I think that's all. Oh, and then I put ground beef. I put some ground beef that I made the other day. That was seasoned with like salt and pepper and garlic powder and onion powder, and that's it. He's gonna stare at that wall for the next hour. Have I ever told you guys about how he does that? He will literally sit. He used to do it a lot more. He doesn't do it as often anymore. He will sit and stare at a wall that has any kind of shadow or light on it at all. It could be even stuff that I can't even see, that he can probably only see. He will sit and stare at it like that for hours. I'm telling you, it used to be a lot worse. Like, truly, every single day he would sit there and stare at it for hours. Now I don't see it as often, but I think he might have like schizophrenia or something. Low-key. Binks might be schizo. Because what are you seeing? There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Oh my goodness. And then I folded it over a few times to make it like this. Actually, before I folded it over, I put it down flat in the oven to let the pepperoni and the ground beef warm up and cook a little bit and get a little crispy. And then I folded it up and put it in the air fryer and put this cheese and some Italian seasoning on it. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is delicious. Wow, I wasn't expecting it to be that good. There's a fuzz on it already. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh. And then I put some Parmesan in there. Let me tell y'all about Parmesan. I've been on this since I was like 10 years old. There is no cheese like Parmesan cheese. I've never been a huge cheese fan. I used to really not like cheese that much growing up. And then as I got older, I kind of started eating it more. I'm still not a huge fan. Like, I don't like nacho cheese at all. I can't do, like, creamy cheese. I don't like queso. I don't like anything like that. But I will eat shredded cheese out of a bag. I don't like super sharp cheese. But something about, like, mozzarella and Parmesan, like the Italian cheeses. So good. Literally unbeatable. I literally, if nobody held me back, and if I didn't fear the consequences, the digestional consequences, I don't know if that's a word, of eating an entire, like, tube of the grated Parmesan cheese. You know what I'm talking about, the, like, cylinders that are full of the grated Parmesan cheese with the cellulose powder. Give me that cellulose powder, girl. I will eat it up. I will eat cellulose powder and Parmesan cheese like it is nobody's business. I truly, like, as I was making this, I was opening a new thing of Parmesan cheese. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The little tube, the cylinders. They're built like this, but they're shorter, obviously. And it's the grated Parmesan cheese, and you just sprinkle it all over your food. I could eat literally a whole thing of those in one sitting. I'm not joking. I could. As I was making this, I was ripping open a new one. Just ate some of it. It's so good. It's so good, y'all. I'm telling you. I used to make, when I was younger, and I had no, like, taste palette whatsoever. Like, I just would eat. I was the pickiest little kid ever. I would literally make butter noodles and just put a ton of Parmesan cheese on them. A ton. And you know I still load my spaghetti up with Parmesan cheese. It is every noodle. It's like a breading. Every noodle is coated in Parmesan cheese, or it's not spaghetti to its fullest potential. Also, there has to be meatballs. What is spaghetti without meatballs? Bad. That's what it is. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna start making this every day. Oh my goodness. Like, look at that. Sorry, I just keep showing you the inside of my food, but what have I created? And why didn't I create it sooner? Oh, she's dripping a little grease. I don't want to get up and get a napkin, but I should. I'll get up and get a napkin. Binks, do not touch my food. Do not touch my food. It's like leaving your toddler with the gummies or the marshmallows and being like, okay, don't eat them until I get back, and then you can have some. And they always fail. Binky, you did so good. Thank you, Binky boy. Okay. But yeah, I am so excited to have an office. I'm so excited to decorate it. I was going back and forth between, like, do I want to do coastal? Because I'm going to be living by the beach. Like, the rest of the house is probably going to be pretty coastal. I don't know. If the whole house is going to be coastal, why wouldn't I do something else, like, cool in my office? But then I was also like, I just love dark academia so much. I'm thinking kind of, I could probably incorporate these things into one cohesive design. That's kind of my job as, like, someone that just learned interior design enough to get a degree in it. Because clients will be like, well, I like this and I like this, but I can't really decide. And then you're supposed to be like, okay, well, why don't we try to mix it in and find the middle ground and make it, which I never practiced that in college ever, but that's definitely how the real world is. Also, I was never given any real, like, guidelines on what the style of any of my designs should be. I was always told to just pick out what I wanted to do for each of my projects. That's not how the real world works. What do you expect me to do when I go out into the real world and some lady tells me her favorite color is orange? What do I do then? What do I do then? That's probably why I don't have a job. That's probably why I don't have a job yet, because I don't know how to style the color orange. I was never taught. Terracotta orange like this can be styled really, really well. I actually had that in my bedroom. There's cat fur everywhere, and it keeps touching my quesadilla. Get off. Binks, you're trying to infect my quesadilla with your cat fur so that I'll just give it to you. I see what you're doing here. It's not gonna work. Look at him looking at it. Well, look, I'm gonna eat it right in front of you. You watching? He looked away. That is unreal. That is unreal. It's so good. I think that I could incorporate dark academia. Can you hear me? Sorry. I think that I could incorporate dark academia, like, subtly into a biophilic room. But then I would probably have to do a custom built, like, bookshelf, and I don't know how to do that. I could probably learn. I've always wanted to be able to do DIY projects like that. And my boyfriend has a few tools. He doesn't have a ton. But he has probably enough to make some stuff like that. So that would be cool. I just don't know how to do it, and learning would be a pain. I don't know. Maybe I will. But yeah, let's go with biophilic for now. I'm gonna start looking into stuff, how much like more panels would cost and whatnot, and what kind of like specific design I would want to do. I've also gotten feedback from you guys in like live streams and other things that you like more for like ASMR videos. You like a more natural and less professional looking background. Like, you would rather see, this is not everybody, but this is just like the intel that I've gathered. You would rather see like a bedroom, like a full bedroom in the background, rather than just like a black backdrop for ASMR videos, because it feels more authentic. Like, it's less professional, less set up, you know, which is completely understandable. So I don't want to go too far with like designing my office and make this super cool like backdrop that looks like a setup and still have it look natural. I think I would really like, because I do want to put a sofa in there, like a small sofa, so that I can record my podcasts on it. I think that I would like to have that in the background. Let me show you a picture that I just saved on Pinterest, actually, because it would still feel like that comfortable, homey feeling, not like a backdrop. That's the thing. I have to make it look good, but not make it look like a backdrop. That's kind of what I'm going for here. I actually just saved this. Like this. See, the only thing is, the like recurring or like common denominator in all of these designs that I like is a big window and big bookshelves. And the office that I'm going to have will have neither of those. Which in this, it actually just has, you can see on the side, it just has floating shelves. And I love that little sofa, that little like round sofa. Oh, see, I think this is the vibe that I really want to go for in my office. And this is still kind of coastal. It's light. It's, I don't want to say light and airy because that is HGTV language. But you get what I'm saying. It's still got that biophilic feel. And it's kind of coastal. It's kind of light academia, not necessarily dark academia. But I could bring some of those darks in through a rug or the sofa or something more soft like that, rather than a harsh dark bookshelf. It's kind of giving Hobbit in some of these pictures. I don't know, I just like it. I like that it's gonna feel like a nook, you know. Yeah, we'll just have to see what I can get. I also am gonna have to do this kind of on a budget, because I'm gonna be spending a lot of money to get moved down there, and like rent and security deposit. I just paid some application fees. You know, gas to get everything down there, because it's like a 5-hour drive. All kinds of stuff. So we'll have to see what I can do on a budget. It might take a little while to get it all put together like I really want to. But I think I like the idea that the kind of concept we're starting with, if it could turn out looking anything like this or feeling anything like this, I would be happy. I just fear it won't, because I don't have a huge window in there. And like I said, a recurring theme in like all of these is that it is full of natural light. But we'll see. We'll see what I can do. Also, I would like to update you guys on wolf blood. Now, you might be thinking, wow, you haven't mentioned wolf blood in months. It got mentioned on that one episode where I found out that it was on Prime Video, and did not get mentioned at all, I don't think, since then. I mean, that was literally months ago. Every time I take a bite of that, I'm blown away by how good it is. I watched the first 3 seasons of Wolf Blood. Now, I think I might have said this in the episode where I was looking at it on Prime Video and had discovered it and stuff. And the first 3 seasons are with the original cast. In the original setting, just Wolf Blood. But there's 2 more seasons after that. There's season 4 and 5. And it completely changes. The cast changes. The setting changes. The theme song changes. The only person that sticks around, well, there's a couple insignificant characters that stick around from the first 3 seasons, but the only main character that sticks around is Yana, and she is introduced literally in like the middle of season 2. She's not even like an original character. The only original character that sticks around is one of the 3 Ks. I can't remember her name. It's not Katrina. Kara. It might be Katrina, actually. Yeah, it is Katrina. She's the only one that sticks around. And I'm just not a huge fan of her. She's not a main character, but she's like the tier below that, where she's in pretty much every episode, but she's not a main character. And I'm just not a huge fan. Like, the first 3 seasons of Wolf Blood, great. It's still a cheesy show. And it was actually very interesting to see as a grown person, because last time I watched this, I was probably 12, how the cinematography level develops over the first 3 seasons. It literally, like, the first season is like very low budget. You can tell they weren't, expecting much out of this show. And then season 2 it gets a little better, and then season 3 it gets a little better. And unfortunately, spoiler alert, by the way, just in case anybody is planning to watch it 20 years after it came out, like I just did. Oh my gosh, has it actually been 20 years since it came out? It might be. I think it came out in like 2006 or something. Anyway, it came out in the like mid 2010s, I think. Wow, that is crazy. Or not 2010, mid 2000s. Spoiler alert, just in case you're planning to watch it. Maddie leaves at the end of season 2, and she is the main character. Her and Rydian are the main characters. And seeing Maddie leave at the end of season 2, I was like, are you kidding me? I forgot that happened. And then I watched through season 3, and I remember looking it up because I was like, is she ever going to come back? And I looked it up, and it was like at the end of season 4, like the last episode, I think, of season 4, she comes back for 1 episode or something. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I gotta watch the season 4 to see her come back. So I watched all the way through season 3, and then I just like a week or 2 ago started watching season 4, and I forgot that it had that switch up. And I realized that I never watched season 4 and season 5 when I was younger. I only watched season 1 through 3. I don't know if season 4 and 5 had even come out, or if it just wasn't on the streaming service that I was watching it on at the time. I think I watched it on Netflix when it was on Netflix at the time, which is crazy that it was on Netflix, because it is not a mainstream show whatsoever. But I realized I had never seen season 4 and season 5, so I sat here and I was like, okay, well, this is something new, like, maybe I'll like it. So I'm watching, and I'm like, this doesn't feel anything like season 1 through 3. Like, the setting that they're in completely changes. They were in Stony Bridge in the first 3 seasons, which is like a small town. I don't even know what country they're supposed to be from. I'm not even gonna guess. I first thought was Scotland. That's definitely not right. I don't know what country they're supposed to be in, but it's some European country, and it's a small town that they're set in the first 3 seasons. Most of it is filmed in the woods, and like it's wolf blood. They're not in the middle of a city. And then season 4, they're in a freaking city. And I've watched like 3 episodes, and it's just boring. Which is so sad to me, because I was like, I'm excited to see more, and I want to watch till Maddie comes back and see what happens there. Or like maybe more characters will come back or something. I'm trying to watch more of it, but I can't. Like, I can't get behind it. I'm bored. I will literally watch like 5 minutes of it and then pause it and get on my phone. Like, it's just boring. It's boring me. And I'm sad about it. So, first 3 seasons, goated. Gets better with every season. Unfortunately, Maddie leaves at the end of the 2nd season. But the 3rd season is still pretty good. Because it's got Ridian in it. Love Ridian, by the way. I remember having the biggest freaking crush on... I talked about this in the other episode. I had the biggest crush on Ridian growing up. I don't know why my type growing up was like those blonde boys with like that type of face, because I had a crush on him, and I had a crush on Thomas. What was his last name? He was the guy from Game Shakers on Nickelodeon. Oh my goodness, what is his last name? Game Shakers. Thomas Cook. Y'all, he is not even attractive. Look at this. Okay, he grew up a little bit and looks a little bit. Tell me why I had a crush on this man. Tell me why. And it wasn't even like oh, he's cute. It was like, I am obsessed with him. I want to dig my claws into that man. I was obsessed with him. I had him as my lock screen. I had a picture of him doing a one-handed handstand on my lock screen. Oh my goodness, I was so obsessed with him. What does he look like now? God. That was my type. Oh, this is what he looks like now. He looks scary. He looks scary. Yeah, yeah, I don't know why I was so obsessed with him. And Ridian. I was obsessed with Ridian because he could turn into a wolf, and I was obsessed with wolves. But like, yeah, I am so far very, very depressed by season 4. I feel like I've been let down. I'm so disappointed. They really did not carry that series past season 3. And I was never a huge fan of Yana either. Like, oh, she freaking got under my skin, because Maddie and Ridian were meant to be. And then Yana comes in and is just freaking getting in the way for like the longest time. And is trying to hog Ridian. Whatever. And now she's the freaking main character of season 4 and 5. Tom and Shannon aren't even there. They don't even address where Tom and Shannon are. Because Ridian, he left at the end of season 3. Where the freak did Tom and Shannon go? They just freaking disappeared. No address on it whatsoever. I'm gonna bite the side of it. It's gonna be crunchy. That is so good. That is so good. Wow. Alright. Let's do our APOD. APOD. Astronomy picture of the day. What we got, NASA? What we got for today? Ooh. Okay, so first thing I see is the Milky Way. And then a million other galaxies. This one is called Messier 909. Wait, Messier 109. Explanation. Big, beautiful, barred spiral galaxy Messier 109. Okay, so this is not the Milky Way. It is another galaxy that looks like the Milky Way. Messier 109 is the 109th entry in Charles Messier's famous catalog of bright nebulae and star clusters. You can find it just below the Big Dipper's bowl in the northern constellation Ursa Major. In fact, Bright Dipper star Phecta, Gamma Ursa Majoris, produces the glare at the upper right corner of this telescopic frame. Oh. M109's prominent central bar gives the galaxy the appearance of the Greek letter theta, a common mathematical symbol representing an angle. M109 spans a very small angle in planet Earth's sky, though about 7 arc minutes or 0.12 degrees. That means nothing to me. I have no idea what that means. But that small angle corresponds to an enormous 120,000 light-year diameter at the galaxy's estimated 60 million light-year distance. How big is the Milky Way? Oh my goodness. 60 million light-year distance. The brightest member of the now recognized Ursa Major galaxy cluster M109, aka NGC 3992, is joined by spiky foreground stars. The 3 small, fuzzy, bluish galaxies also in the scene, identified top to bottom. Where's this at? I don't even know what they're talking about anymore. Identified top to bottom as UGC 6969, UGC 6940, and UGC 6923 are possibly satellite galaxies of the larger barred spiral galaxy Messier 109. See, this is where we need our ChatGPT 12-year-old explanations again, like we used to do, because I didn't really get anything from that. Sorry. And I honestly don't even want to look into it. But that's cool. It does look like the Milky Way. We've got a bunch of stars in here, other galaxies. And then the glare at the top is from Ursa Major, which is the Big Dipper. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty picture. Alright, next. Okay, next. Moving on. APOD songs of the day. Or songs of the week. Me looking up songs of the week on my phone. Let's go to earbuds. What we got, earbuds? Oh, my songs of the week might be thrown off because I listen to so many no copyright music songs for my YouTube, for my vlog that I posted. By the way, go watch my vlog. Love that video. I love how it turned out. I've watched it back so many times. I love that vlog so much. Please go watch it. Let me know what you think. Okay, we're good. It's just a lot of country because I drove to the beach. Why is exclamation point by Billie Eilish number 1? I don't know how else to explain it. It's the intro to her second album, or technically her first album. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Why is that number? I only listened to that like twice. Number 2 is Good Time by Alan Jackson. Number 3 is Feathered Indians by Tyler Childers. Number 4 is I'm Gonna Miss Her by Brad Paisley. I love that song. I'm gonna miss her when I get home. And I'm on that private lane home. Sitting in the sun, I'm sure it'll hit me when I walk through that door tonight. Well, I'm gonna miss her. Looky there. I got a bite. I love that song. And then Whiskey Bent and Hellbound. I love that song too. I get whiskey bent, hellbound. I got a good woman at home. Oh, yeah, I've been on country music this week. But my top album of the week is Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. I did listen to that album once or twice. Okay, this makes no sense. Sometimes I don't trust these, because what do you mean that is my number 1 track? I don't know how to say exclamation point by Billy. Good Time by Alan Jackson, and then all of these country songs, and then my album of the week is Guts, and then my top artist of the week is also Olivia Rodrigo. Number 2 is Sabrina Carpenter. And number 3 is Tyler Childers. None of that lines up, except for my album of the week being Guts and my number 1 artist of the week being Olivia Rodrigo. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, earbuds. I don't buy it. Also, I want to talk a little bit about a TikTok I posted today about things that I don't understand, or do I? I don't know. This is my list of things that I said in my TikTok today, just things that I don't understand. How buses fit in regular lanes. Now, I think I have come to terms with how it works now, but for literal years, I just thought that it was like magic. I was like, how? How does this ridiculously wide school, like, think about the inside of a school bus. There's the walking aisle, which is 1.5 feet, 2 feet wide at the least, and then 2 sets of double seats, which are like 4 feet long each, and then like the sides of the bus and everything, and all of that this way wide is fitting in the same lane that my car fits in. And in front of me, it looks the same width as my car, but it's got all of that in it. And my car has 2 seats wide and a middle console. What? Literally, for the longest time, I was like, it's just magic. It is literally just like, it's a glitch in the system. They forgot to take that bug out, and that's just how it is. But I think I just understand now that car lanes are way wider than you perceive them when you're driving in your car. Just like the stripes on the road are a lot longer than you think they are, and traffic signs and traffic lights are way, like, scarily bigger than you think they are when everything just looks smaller when you're in your car on the road. So I guess I get it, but still, it's crazy. It is crazy. Why can't we make cars wider so that I can freaking, like, have more room? They do. They make bigger cars. Anyway, I guess that's what a bus is. Anyway. Number 2 is waves. Still don't get this. Is it the moon or is it wind? Everyone's telling me something different. Some people are like, oh, it's the gravity from the moon and it's pulling the waves out and it's making it... Okay, how? Because the moon isn't even out right now in the middle of the day, and there's still waves. The moon is on the other side of the earth right now. I don't know, I sound like a dumb blonde, but, like, seriously, how does that work when the moon is on the other side of the planet? I don't understand. It makes no sense. And then also, why is it only in the ocean and not in, like, lakes and rivers? I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Because there's choppiness in, like, rivers and stuff a little bit, but it's not the same as the ocean. I just don't get it. Is there, like, magnets in salt water getting pulled to the freaking moon, but then it's not strong enough and it drops? Like, and also the tide. How does the tide rise? What do you mean that water comes up higher on the shore at nighttime? Why? Because also, you could say it's the moon pulling it up there, but the moon is not always in the sky at night. Depending on Earth's orbit and the moon's orbit, sometimes the moon is out during the day. Sometimes the moon is out during the sunrise. Sometimes the moon is out during sunset. And it's not really out during the night. Well, it's out, but it's, like, different. I just don't get it. I just don't understand. I don't get it. What is happening there? And no, I'm not going to look it up. Because sometimes I like being confused. Next is I hit 300,000 on TikTok. What? I hit 300,000 on TikTok. That is crazy. And we're, like, marching towards 40K on YouTube. We're at, like, 36.5 right now. And by the time I post this video, probably going to be higher. It might be at 37 by then. I don't know. That is just crazy. And also, how many people is 300,000? I cannot envision that in my head. I have no, like, measurement concepts for a crowd of people. Like, if you put a crowd of people in front of me, and let's just say the crowd you put in front of me is 1,000 people, but I don't know that. You're like, how many people are in this crowd? I'm like, 100 or 100,000. Like, I could not. I have no spatial awareness here. I don't know what's going on. I could not give you an estimate anywhere close to what the actual number is. It is pure guessing. Pure guessing. No educational guess whatsoever. No influence on what I'm seeing. From what I'm seeing on my guess, I'm just saying a number. I'm just saying a number. So if you put a crowd of 300,000 in front of me, I'd probably be like, oh, probably a million people. It's just like, it's the same as like my apartment complex doing a giveaway with the jelly beans in the jar, and they're like, if you guess whoever gets the closest to the jelly beans in the jar wins. I do not know how many jelly beans are in that jar. I do not ask me how many jelly beans are in that jar. I do not know. I do not know. I don't even have an estimate. I'm looking at the jar, I'm like, 100. I don't know. The jar could be this big, or like this big. It's about 100 jelly beans. I don't know. So I don't even try with those. 401k, what is, I'm not even going to get into it. I just put that in there because I put 300k, like 300,000 followers and people. And I was like, also, what is a 401k? I don't know. I don't care. Screens, especially touch screens. What? What? This is like Bluetooth to me. Like nobody understands Bluetooth except for like nerds and people that make it. What? What is going on with it? How does my phone know it's touching it? What is picking it up? And also, I know that's pixels. Like, I know the light is coming from pixels. I understand that. How does it know that I'm touching it? I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get that. Record players and records and vinyls or whatever. What? There's this circle, and you put it on this spinny thing, and then a needle touches it, and it spins around, and the needle scratches on it, and it makes music? What? What? It lost me. I'm lost. I don't get it. Tasting things in my head. This is a big one. Like, I use the example of a strawberry in my TikTok. If someone is like, strawberry. If someone is like, strawberry, I can taste a strawberry in my head right now. But, like, not on my tongue. But, like, it is on my tongue because it comes from my taste buds. But, like, also it's in my head. But I know exactly what it tastes like to taste a strawberry right now. Like, right? Like, what? What? I don't get that. And the last one is violence. Just don't get it. Why? I don't know. I've never been a violent person in any way, shape, or form. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. I don't even know how to explain this one. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah. That's my things that I don't understand today. Maybe we'll start making that a segment on this podcast because it's kind of fun to talk about. And I feel like a lot of people are probably like kind of in the same shoes. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that doesn't understand all that stuff. But yeah, I like talking about that. Girl, I am never going to eat this dang quesadilla. The thing is, I want to get on here and like chill and eat and talk and whatever. But then I just yap and I never eat. Guess what? It's so good. It's so crunchy. It's not warm anymore, but that literally does not even matter. That is unreal. I can't believe I've never made this before. Also, I used the big pepperonis from Sam's Club. They're so much better. Alright. This episode's a little shorter, but I think I'm going to cut it here. I'm doing a live stream in like an hour. So, I'm going to go chill. I've been working all day. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to finish my quesadilla. Maybe I'll try to watch some Wolf Blood. I just can't get into it, dude. Season 4 is so bad. They fell off. They could have done so much. They should have just left it at season 3. I hate when shows do that. Like, they just keep going on. And, like, it was good. And then they just go and screw it up. Don't screw it up. If you're not going to give me good content, then just stop. Just stop and leave it at what it was. You're ruining it. Anyways, that's it. I will see you guys so soon. We only have, I guess, 2 more episodes here. That's crazy. Wait, let me see my calendar. Because if I post this on Monday, post this on the 30th, and then I would have one to post on the 7th and the 14th. And then unless I record ahead of time for the episode on the 21st, then my episode on the 21st will be at my new house. We'll see. Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.